Hey guys, Jay here with Wilkins Wildlife and Paver 911. I am doing some mole control. As you can see, it's a paper patio backyard. Moles have came all the way up this run here, following the parameter barrier. As you can see, the parameter barrier is right here. It's plastic, and they're using that as a guideline because the inside wall there is plastic up against the pavers. So, you know, luckily, this I'm going to assume is a proper paver job. I don't know. I don't do pavers, but I would think if you didn't have paver barrier or foundation or trim in place, and you had a mole issue, basically what would happen is these pavers would rock off to the side. They would kind of collapse in from weight because gravity's going to push down on them. But these are a tricky spot to catch moles at, and it's because this is plastic. So I use a very simple technique. I like using the no mole trap in this scenario because it's perfect, because it's a narrow tunnel, and you can see where I've got the hole already packed in here, but I do that for a reason. The mole's used to traveling this tunnel, so when I want to put this down in the tunnel, if I can get crabgrass to cooperate with me here, I inject it basically forward into the tunnel that's there, because you could lift this up and you will expose the tunnel right there. But I force this forward. If I don't have a landscape stake there, which I did have one there, I just snuck it past it. So the trigger sits there and it's pressing up against the dirt, and that's what I want it to do. I want it to be pressurized there. All right, and the mole is going to come up this tunnel. Once I pack all this back in here, you'll see what I'm doing once I do it. Once I get that situated, now that is set. Now, you can't use a wooden dowel. Like, there was an opening here, so I used a wooden dowel to hold this one into place here. So you don't have that option here. Light. So what I will do is I will actually use a fat head screw that's a Torex bit, because it's really difficult for someone to steal your Torex. They can, but I drill that into the trim piece. I drill that into the trim piece when it wants to grab here, so that it will hold. I'm going to put this down for a minute and get a good bite here. All right, now I got a good bite. So the trigger stays upward like that, and you want to backfill dirt over top of it, because that mole is going to come in here and he's going to be pushing. So that screw retains and holds that in place, and when that mole runs into that trigger squeezes that mole and holds it right there into place. Yes, it does take him out, but in this narrow scenario like this tends to work much better. And I like to set two different sets on these. I've got one set there and one here. That way I can catch them from coming from either side. Plus I'm not catching one on one side. Maybe it goes around, gets back into this tunnel, and gets caught over here. So it's kind of a little bit of a chess game with moles. So if you got a mole problem, give us a call. Wilkins Wildlife and Paver 911, 302-236-3533. Have a good day.